Morning, everybody. Grab a cup of coffee and a donut or three, and let's do some switching. Well, welcome to part two, everybody. In this part, we're going to switch Union Spring. Then we're going to pull the train forward and drop off the Chillicothe cars on the passing siding, which is very, very tight since we have a long train. And then we're going to head to Oak Hill. So we're pulling through the crossover. I'm seeing me stick my head in here for a second because I can't see if it's coupled without looking through the other end of the dock. This dock did run all the way through. And there's a loading door at the other end, but I never use it. They ship all their products by trucks, which is a shame, since they make springs for railroad cars. So actually back in my era, they may have, I have a picture of a switcher in Chessie colors switching a boxcar at one of the docks. So they may actually have used rail a little bit. It's all trucks now. So we're going to go ahead and place the empty gondola on the back onto the train. Since I recorded the last one, there's some guys, sounds like they're repairing a roof. Kind of late in the day to get started on it, but they're up there hammering away. I've got these wood bees flying all around me. I think they're pretty annoying. My wife likes them though, so I can't swat them with my tennis racket. And they don't bother you really. It's just unnerving when they're, floating a foot from your face. All right, now we're headed back through the crossover to spot the full car. Union Spring gets steel rods, which they process into springs. This is the only industry in Chillicothe, in this area, model that still receives rail service, or is actually in business. And very infrequently they get steel rods. They're all bundled together And now they're in the bulkhead flat cars, and they unload them outside. They don't use this covered loading dock anymore. I've never seen a car there, but I do see the rods. They store them outside, and people claim that they still do get service. I stopped the video here while I uncoupled. I should have just left it running because it's the best one I've ever done. You have to look through the building to do it, but it went pretty smooth. All right, now we're going to go back a couple onto the train, and we're going to pull forward across Douglas Avenue, and we're going to leave the cars that don't need to go to Oak Hill. We're going to leave them on the passing siding. I'll move the camera and show the train crossing Douglas Avenue. Well, I hear a train horn. Hopefully the guy that's hammering won't drown it out. Still some distance away. So these last two short covered hoppers and the empty gondola are going to Oak Hill. Okay, so we're going to stop the video, move the camera again because I have to drop off the three cars in the caboose, pull forward, and spot all the cars on the passing side. The 7 cars that aren't going. I think this train is a northbound that we're hearing. I think I heard blow for the 2 crossings south side of town. Hopefully we'll get him here on North Hampton Street here in just a second. So we're pushing the cars onto the passing siding. There he is. I think that's just the local returning from Lexington. It sounded like a pretty short train. There's no rumble. It just sounded like the one locomotive. Okay, we've dropped off the cars on the passing siding. At 3 on the other side of Douglas Avenue and 4 on this side, and it was a tight fit. Finally getting it dialed in here. So as soon as the short train disappears across the bridge, we'll call it a day. That'll be it for part 2. And we'll pick up with part 3 coming into Oak Hill, and we'll be switching Cedar Heights Clay, be the first thing we do. I always like the view of the caboose disappearing over the bridge. All right, everybody, stay safe.